got this. Finally, after a couple of weeks, I got this. Boy, I cannot wait to see what's, well, I mean, you can see what's inside, but boy, I can't wait to show you. Seriously, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Pretty cool! Well, this is me. I'm doing my toy review, so here we go. I'm doing a toy review on, well, Pocahontas. Because why not? If you guys don't know this, the Disney character in the movie, the first two movies, for anyone that's 1990, like born in the 90s, that saw this movie when it came out, it is actually based on a real person. Like a real version of her. Although the story in the real life is a lot different than the Disney animated movie. A lot different. Yeah. It is a lot different than the Disney movie. In the Disney movie, they portray, I think his name's like John Smith or something. They portray him as like a swashbuckling, charming person, man, let's say. But the real version, not so much. The real version, I guess you would call him, in today's words, a creep. Someone, that likes to do horrible things to people. A creep. I got no words to say for the real life version. The real life version is a lot different than the Disney animated the Disney animated version. It's a lot different. Oh my god. I mean, the real version is a lot darker and a lot scarier than the Disney animated movie. Because in the real life version, just like when the Disney animated, the second movie came out, they did baptize her and call her Rebecca. Which in today's terms, let's just say it's a bit fucked up, really. It's hold on. It's just so fucked up, really. It's just and to think now she has descendants that live on in today's world is quite baffling. Although that part I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, she had children. The Pocahontas, the real life version, eventually had children. So, you know, there's probably a good decent amount of people that are, you know, potentially descendants from her. Okay. Now, how should I say this? In the real life version, their relationship was not fun at all. Like, not fun. Like, kind of like abusive and controlling fun. Joking, it's not fun. But the real life version of John Smith was, in today's terms, a controlled, abusive fuckwad. Sorry for the language, but controlling and abusive. In the Disney version, it's a lot different than that. Basically, they live happily ever after. Basically, the Disney company wanted to wipe it all away. The torture, the beatings, the abusiveness, the controlling, all of it. Wanted to wipe away from it. Good thing the real story has that in there. Yeah, the real story has all of it in there. You can ask any historian, and they will tell you that the story is a lot different than Disney. I'm just telling you, guys, the difference between the Disney animated movie and the real life version of their relationship. The real life version kind of sucked because she was just, you know, tortured, abused, controlled, and, you know, to the point where, you know, she couldn't even find her individuality because, you know, of the society in those times. Those times, you know, nobody knew what different societies were there because everybody else was like, oh yeah, we're Christian. Oh, you're not Christian? Screw you. Oh, you're not Christian? Oh, fuck you. Oh, you know, all that stuff. And it was just a shitty society, let's just say. But yes, this is the Disney version of the real life version of Pocahontas. I got her in this kind of size just because I wanted to. I thought it was cool, you know, the Disney version and everything. But, you know, I had to tell you guys the difference between the Disney version and the real life version. The real life version, she was tortured, abused, controlled by the real life version of John Smith, had a couple of kids, and basically didn't really she didn't really lead a long life. Because in those times, you didn't live a long life. You lived until like 50 or 60. Nowadays, you live up to like 100 because of modern medicine. But back in the 1600s, where the real life version came from, no, there was no medicine. You probably would die at like age 30 or 50 or hell, 60 if you can live that long. But yeah, that's the real life version. Like, all of it. She didn't really lead a long life. She basically abandoned her North American Indian individuality after, being baptized and turning into a Christian. Which kind of sucks. But in those times, you didn't have a choice. You were either a Christian or you were an outsider. And if you were an outsider, let's just say, you were either hanged or executed. So yeah, this is the Disney version of this doll here, right here, this Disney version of Pocahontas. I really like this version, obviously, because, well, she looks exactly like the movie. Yeah, I'm putting that in quotes. I'm putting that in quotes because the movie didn't really take a lot of it. Oh, and trust me, there were a lot of things happening when the Englishmen settled into the North American, where she came from, Georgetown. Oh yeah, there were a lot of other stuff happening down there. Basically, well, it just really wasn't a good time, let's just say, because when they came down there, most of them weren't the cleanliest type of people. And basically everybody, most likely, either got shot or got sick. That's the real life version. They came down to Georgetown, and basically either killed her tribe by shooting at them, or by giving them, a sickness that they couldn't prevent themselves. It's crazy. They were basically going into uncharted territories. Oh, and trust me, the medicines, like the vaccines and all that, no, they weren't even existing. You basically had it, and if you lived, you basically lived. If you didn't, you didn't. I mean, yes, they had doctors in England, but, they weren't the best in her time. But yeah, this is a really good looking doll. I really like this doll. I really like the dress. It really suits her. They basically did really well with it. As you can tell, the bottom part looks like they took it out of the movie and slapped it on there, which is pretty cool. I really like the whatchamacallit, the little shredded pieces of clothing, I guess you could say. I like that. It adds to the character. It's on the top too, but it's like right there and right there. I love it. It's great. It's awesome. It's cool. And I love the little moccasins, which I think really suits them well. Basically, she can move her legs like this. Her legs are very limited when it comes to the, full-on dress here. but it's very, very limited. Very limited. They kind of like go out, like, you know, they go out this way and they go out this way. So it's kind of cool. And her arms move as well, which I freaking love. No joking, nothing. I really love the arms. How they move the arms. It's really cool. And I really like how her head could go side to side, which is awesome. Or if you want to, it's basically 360 degrees, which is awesome. I mean, if you want to be really weird about it and be like, oh yeah, look at the head, ooh, and like really go, you know, go for it, just like circle the head around, I think it's awesome. It shows the movements of the head, and I really enjoy it. Other than that, I really like the details that they put on the face. It looks very much like the movie version. Yeah, I had to correct myself on that one. Movie version of her. And there we go, sorry about that. And I really enjoy it. It's really cool, really fun, awesome. I got nothing else to say. Say. So yeah, I will give this a 10 out of 10. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a like, give me a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.